What's up guys, Cleef101 here, and today I'm bringing you a video basically detailing what I think Black Ops 3 does wrong as opposed to all of the other games in the franchise. So my last video was what I thought Black Ops 3 did right. This one's going to be what I think they do wrong. Now, it's been a couple of days since I uploaded a video. I do apologise for that. I have been a little bit busy, but I am still remaining consistent with uploading, so bear with me, okay? Now, in the last video, I did mention that what I thought Call of Duty did right was map design. Now, this particular gameplay that you're watching isn't actually particularly great. I think I go 31 and 14, which is only just a 2 KD, but I use it because it perfectly grasps what I'm going to say right now, okay? In the last video, I turned around and said that map design was a particularly strong point from Treyarch, and in Black Ops 3 in particular, except for this map. And this video is going to more or less showcase what I mean and why I mean it. So in most of the map designs, you have a 3-lane sort of structure to follow. This one does it, it's no exception, but the 3 lanes are not particularly great. You've got, from this point of view of the map, you've got the one on the very right, which is the wall run into the other team's sort of spawn. That's basically your your right lane, one of the lanes. You can have sort of gun battles there, you can jump off in the middle, but it's pretty limited to what you can actually do. The left lane, or the lane with the generators on the side, is, again, it's not particularly great. You've got a little bit of cover on each side, and then you've got a sort of skewed in section on that lane that blocks your sight onto the other side. It basically favours whoever is camping around the generators. It's not necessarily taking cover, it's not necessarily who is playing smarter, it's purely waiting for the other person to come around. You can literally just stand around that generator area and you can do pretty well without dying, which is not how a lane work should work. You should be able to, in some way or form, be able to get around that particular lane and be able to flank them. And in this particular map, you cannot do a whole lot of flanking. You can either do the wall run, but like I said, it doesn't actually lead you into their spawn. It leads you about halfway across the map, 3/4 of the way across the map, and you can be taken out halfway across with no cover at all. Or you can go the other way, which is completely littered with cover for the other person, and you can't get around to flank them. Now the other way to be able to get through the map is through the middle, and it is just so clustered, and it's clustered to the point where it feels really enclosed, but it's open to the point where you can't really get any decent amount of cover. So this map is worse than it's on par with Nuketown. Nuketown is not a particularly great map, and the only reason that people vote this map in is because it's small and you have a chance of going well, because if you do start to go well, you generally keep going well on this map. But if you are not, then it is damn near pretty hard to get out of your funk. Now, moving on from that, because like I said, I don't want to spend too much time on this particular thing, because Treyarch do the map design particularly well in this game. One of the things they have not done well though is connection. Okay, for years, since Modern Warfare 2. Now Modern Warfare 2 released, I think, in about 2006, 2007, somewhere around there. So it's been about 8 years now, okay? 8 years we have been calling as gamers for dedicated servers on consoles, okay? Now, a lot of other games have put dedicated servers on the consoles. A lot of other games that have nowhere near the amount of funding that Activision put towards the Call of Duty franchise. And still, they have not given us dedicated servers. A while ago, they gave us lag compensation, which was absolutely horrendously atrocious. In this game, they have fixed it up a lot. It is, I will admit that in this particular game, this is probably the best connection-based Call of Duty I've ever played, but it is still not great. The game still heavily relies on you being on a decent connection on the server. If you don't have any kind of decent connection, even if you are just slightly behind, your chances of winning gun battles is reduced to almost zero. That is one of the things that frustrates me about Call of Duty the most. I really wish that they would fix that problem. Now I know and I'm aware of the fact that this is a twitch shooter game. It's not like Battlefield, it's not particularly tactical, but you can use tactics within this game. That's why they put plenty of cover around the place. That's why in this particular game, now I didn't play Ghost or Advanced Warfare, so in my opinion it's the first game, but I could be wrong, where your body is sticking around corners and your head is sticking above cover before you can actually see. So head glitching is actually more difficult to do in this game than it has been in previous Call of Duties. Now what I mean by that is and this is a good thing that they've done, and it's also a frustrating thing because they did it without any bloody warning. What I mean by head glitching, in case you are not aware of what it is, you see this screen that you're looking at now, my point of view in terms of the game. Now my point of view looks as though I'm looking from where the gun is, which is about chest height. But the reality of it is, my point of view is actually coming from the very top of my head. So if the top of my head is showing above like a piece of cover, then I will be able to see that person. Now, in every single other Call of Duty, that has been the case from the very utmost top of your head. In this one, it's not. It's actually been lowered slightly. I would say probably about maybe a centimetre or two from the top of a character's head. So not quite at eye line level, it's probably at about forehead level. So you can actually have a little bit of head poking above a piece of cover and you can still be shot and killed. Whereas in other previous Call of Duties that wasn't the case. Your line of sight also from your peripherals was basically to the edge of your body, so you didn't really have anything sticking out around walls except for your gun. If you had any piece of body sticking around a wall, you more or less could see the opponent. Whereas in this game it's changed a bit. So they have changed the perspective of sight according to the player's character, which I think is good. It's frustrating because we weren't told, we weren't made aware of it. Mind you, now I'm playing this in regards to this is the first Call of Duty I've played with this, so I could be particularly wrong. That is something that they've done well, which brings me back to the cover pieces and the map designs. There is plenty of cover around in the maps to be able to play these maps tactically, and I do find that this Call of Duty, more so than others, you are able to actually play more tactically than others. You can use the motion system within the game to your advantage, or you can not use it and you can still have an advantage, which is where the connection base ties into it. Within all Call of Duties, if you're behind, you've got there's nothing you can do to have an advantage, whether you are behind cover, whether you are running, gunning, whether you are just simply pure and simple camping. If you are just slightly behind the opponent, even half a second, you will be outgunned 95% of the time, which is a frustrating aspect of Call of Duty, and I really wish they would fix that up by giving us dedicated servers. Now, dedicated servers is not going to fix the problem, but it is sure going to go a long way to alleviating it, and considering that we've been calling for it for a very long time, I really don't think it's too much to ask to actually have it implemented in the next Call of Duty. Is it going to happen? I very highly doubt it, because we're dealing with Activision here and they're probably not going to put it in, but I would really like to see it, and I think everyone would like to see it as well. There was a game that actually came out a few years ago, I can't remember the name of it. It was supposed to be the replacement of Call of Duty. I think it came out roughly the same time as Gears of War 3 perhaps, or just Gears of War 1 maybe, I can't remember. That had dedicated servers and they worked, and it was actually a pretty good game, but it never really sort of kicked off, it never really sort of kick-started. So hopefully we can see that back, and hopefully the new maps that come out through the expansion packs to the DLC continue to have good layouts. So I'm going to leave it there, guys. I don't actually think this game has a lot wrong with it, so if you agree with my opinion, please leave a comment, or if you think that there is actually something extra that I probably could have put in, please leave a comment in the comment section. Please leave a like if you like the video, and if you do like my content, please leave a subscribe. It goes a long way to letting me know that you actually enjoy this stuff, and so I can continue to pump out these videos for you. Okay, I'm Cliff101, guys. You take it easy, and I will see you another time. Bye.